All right, welcome back to the new episode of the Deep Dig, a sports pod. I'm your host, Drew, with my other host.
What's up? It's Summer Break D.
And yes, you do see we are in a different location today. We are outside. Sorry, audio listeners. You might hear a little splashing in the back. We got the pool. We got the drinks flowing. But it's training camp, and we're chilling. We're looking at the news, and we're going to go through all the stories right now. So where should we start?
Let's start with the 49ers side of things.
Well, obviously, but there's a lot of that 49ers news we got to get to.
Bro, let's hop into the biggest story of the offseason besides the Jimmy talk.
Cha-ching.
Deebo Samuels
signing his contract. Deebo Samuels signed a 3-year deal worth about $75 million. Was like 56 around there, guaranteed, and 25 million a year annually. He is, I want to say, the 6th highest paid receiver.
And it ends perfectly. It ends right, like when he is 29, he could still get another huge contract like he wanted initially. So I think this works out. He could double dip, get paid twice. It's just like the kind of they've set the model with like the DK Metcalf contract. So it works out fucking perfect. I'm loving it. What about you?
Yeah, I think it's a hefty price to pay for a receiver, about the 25 mil mark. But it's a price we had to pay for that level of talent. So I'm not too mad at it. And I think we did great with the waiting out and trying to get him at a decent price. Just compared to the rest of the market, it did go down as the longer we waited. So Deebo, I think, was going in trying to be the top paid receiver, and we obviously would not pay him that. I feel good about where we landed. I think it's fair to him. It's good for us to even get out of it in 3 years if he's very injury prone and he's not living up to the contract. So I mean, I'm not upset about it. I feel really good. I'm ready to just get back and get him working with Trey Lance.
If I'm going to be honest with you, I think he deserved more. I think a guy like this is so special that you pay him whatever it takes to keep him in the building. And I'm glad we got him for like what I perceive as a bargain for someone who's a team captain, who is an offensive weapon, who just does all the right things and put his body on the line this past season and carried this team to an extended playoff run when they shouldn't have. So I'm all for it. I think it's like a perfect short run deal for Deebo. I think it's a perfect short run deal for the 49ers. I think both sides come across as, hey, like, I think Deebo Samuel comes off worse in this looking worse, just because the 49ers were telling him the whole time, you're going to get a deal. We want to wait. Don't worry, it's going to happen. And Deebo kept pressing, and he, made a bunch of statements, even though it wasn't him technically, he made a bunch of statements saying he wanted out of San Francisco. So I think he ended up looking a little bit worse for wear, but when it's all said and done mid-season, when he's racking up those yards and TDs, I don't think anyone's going to give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, it did get a little weird towards the end once he signed it, all the questions of the rumors come in now where they're asking him, oh, you didn't want to be a wide back, you didn't want to run the ball, and he has to kind of walk back these statements that leaked where he was trying to negotiate, and he has to really do some damage control with the fans and the media, and he has to say, oh no, actually I'm okay with being a wide back as long as it helps us win. So he really shifted from that he's negotiating, so he wants to be a wide receiver, now back into this team mode, team friendly person, which, I mean, you got to play the game. He did it, he got paid, let's move on. Not too worried about it. I think he's going to have a great season, and he's going to score a lot of rushing touchdowns for us too.
Yeah, and I think this doesn't affect his status in the locker room at all. I think there's a bunch of guys in there who are true professionals, and Trent Williams, George Kittle, Fred, all guys that are really stand-up guys who are actual leaders in the locker room and understand this is a business to it. And sometimes you got to do things, even if you don't want to do them necessarily, you've got to push that narrative that you would think about getting traded, that you do want out and you are unhappy. But, it is what it is. At the end of the day, he got paid. I'm sure he's happy with it. I'm sure Shanahan is happy with it. And I think Trey Lance ultimately is going to be happy with it. So let's go.